Were they most of them born here in the United States, or were any of them actually from the Philippines?
There's a few that are from the Philippines, but the vast majority are like me, and their parents came over and they were born in America.
Does that is that a barrier, do you think, between you and those who were born in the Philippines? The relationship different from those who were not born in the Philippines?
I mean, I think it really depends on the person. It's not like people who are, I'm not opposed to people who were born in the Philippines as opposed to people who were born in America. It's just sometimes, at my age, it's kind of, it's more rare to find someone who was born in the Philippines because, you know, the way, history broke down and all that, most of the people came over, before my time like my parents did, around that time. So a lot of my friends and the people that are my age are born here like me, so.
Did you join any clubs or organizations in high school or college?
Mostly in college. I really didn't join any Filipino organizations in high school. Growing up in Daly City in the Bay Area, there's a lot of Filipinos, and sometimes, they don't have a lot of clubs. Or I mean, they do have a lot of clubs, but something I wasn't really interested in, and it wasn't until I moved to Santa Cruz, where the Filipinos and Asians in general are the minority on campus, and make up something about like 4 to 6% of the campus, and that's really small. And so the Filipinos there actually had a very close knit community, and I kind of found them, and that found that's kind of where I fit in, and that's when I joined in and got really involved with the FSA of UC Santa Cruz.
So did being in the organization help you connect more with your Filipino culture?
Yeah, I think it did, because growing up, like I said, growing up here, I didn't really, being overly Filipino wasn't really something that I don't know how to word it, but that really wasn't something that was on my mind as a kid, especially because my parents were very assimilated by the time I was born and being raised. But when I got to Santa Cruz, I met a lot of people that their Filipino identity meant a lot more to them, and it kind of lights the fire under you, and you kind of need to realize the pride that you need to have, with your heritage, because there's something that's shared, and it's something that's unique and special, and sometimes we lose sight of that because we are kind of privileged in America, being born here and being raised here.
A lot of people would say that being American, you have to assimilate to the American culture. Do you feel like you need to have a balance between the American culture and your Filipino culture, or does it matter?
I think definitely it always is a balance. You can't really. It's really being a Filipino American, especially in my generation, is a very unique kind of identity, because we do have those deep roots, and that our parents and grandparents try to instill in us. But then what we have in our generation is what they didn't have, and that's opportunity. Being here, and being able to pursue an education and go to college. Like neither of my parents attended college or graduated college, and here I am, the second of two children. My brother has a degree, and so do I, and then my sister is about to start her college soon, and so I think that's a testament to the sacrifice that they made, not only that my parents made, but my grandparents, coming to this country in the first place, and then setting up their children for success, and then even their grandkids now, so.
Do you celebrate any cultural traditions?
Not as many as I would say a traditional Filipino family. We're not. I mean, my grandmother definitely has a lot of traditions that maybe my mom doesn't carry, or make us upkeep. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, like religious holidays and Christmas and all that. Pretty much just the major ones.
Okay.